What is up, everyone? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy, what is it, Thursday, first day of football. Is my sound, let me make sure some sound's going here. There we go. All right, now I got everything connected, I think. Boom, there we go. I'm watching. You're gonna fade every, yes. All right. Why is, hold on. There it is. That's for you, KB. That's for everyone, all the haters out there. It is Cowboys football. I'm a rational Cowboys fan. You can put it that way. If I can get my camera to, my camera was like dirty. Uh, yeah, smudged it. All right. I'm about to hit a short. Maybe if we hit 550, I'll take a short. If it's not right here. 550 is my spot. But yeah, KB, shout out to the haters. Who's your team? Let me know. Why is this? I got it. Okay. Show me these. Don't care about these things. Yes, hit the R1 up there. I think this is the short. You got the short, KB. I hesitated on it because I thought it was going to come up here a little bit more. I probably should have hit starters at 548. That's close enough. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I'm getting going here. Let me get things there we go, a little bit bigger. You guys see my screen okay? I can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, I was looking at overnight level. Let me zoom in. The blue is the overnight. Let me go back to 15-minute here. We have a gap fill down here. Yeah, right at 570 QQQ, we have a gap fill. So in Q, kind of the same thought process. It's like right down here, 450s. It's kind of your gap fill. I know KB crushed the short already, and I was too late. Yep, boom. All right, well, let me hit some of these comments here. I was just kind of watching. You know how when the market opens, a lot of information comes fast. That gap fill trade's probably going to play out here, and we have a high probability of a gap fill too. And 91% that we fill that gap. I'm going to get in short somewhere. Just see where this gap fill is on NQ. 52. We have like a 90% chance of going to 452 and filling the gap. $510 is another level I have, so if we can pop back up there a little bit. I'm not used to the chart being this zoomed in. Yes, strong. IWM new high out of the gate here. Yes, stronger. Amazon is up a lot. Meta's up decently. There was some news around that, I think. But that gap should fill either way, regardless of news. Just a matter of time. Tesla, new low under pre-market. Nvidia's break even. Broadcom has earnings today. It's a pretty mixed bag here. So you have a few strong names, a few weak names. Microsoft's break even, Nvidia's break even going red, Google's red by 1%, AMD's down 2.5%. But we never touched the pivot point last night either, which makes me think we should come down here to 426. So 452, 426. I didn't get in this short yet because it's just moving too quick. What does SPY's gap look like? Yeah, we can get short on ES too. Let's see if we bounce whenever QQQ fills the gap, and then right after we get in on all right, let me catch up. Sorry, let me catch up on chat here. I was watching this, the quick action that happens right here at the open, especially the gap fill, and things slow back down. We should fill this gap on SPY as well. Let me click on SPY. Yeah, SPY. Yeah, both of these. Yeah, gaps should fill. Under here, yeah. I'm getting short. Hold on. I'm gonna get short and give it space. Are you at ES? All right, I gotta get short for the gap fill and on ES. All right, I'll catch up with the chat here in a second. But good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I really should have shorted 510, but it looked like it already rejected here at 500. I don't like that it held 460 though. That's a heavy level. So really, I want this, this with first trim at 52 right here at gap fill. Hate trading this close to the open. You guys know how volatile this thing is. All right. Oh, we had PMI. That's KB. You normally are on top of that. I thought it was IS. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. We have ISM. This looks like it wants to come back up here, maybe to 525 and then reject. ES looks strong though. Wow, crowd strikes falling off a cliff. What is it doing? Ooh, Tesla, nice bounce. You're gonna probably stop me out on this, and we have to jump back in somewhere. Do I really want to risk like this and take a that big of a loss to start the day and then try to win it back? No. I just let it stop me out here and I get back in. Unless we get a stick save. All right, there's a nice rejection. Come on down, let's fill that gap. High probabilities on these gap. Right here on NQ. Big trim at 452. Runners take it to 430. There we go. Here we go. Come on, push, 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 push. I'll catch up with the chat here in just a second, guys. I'm on this early trade. All right, guys, we need like what, 20 more points? Come on, hurry up and do this. Fill this gap. Get me some nice profit to start off the day here. This 460 is a key level, though. I talked about this on Spaces this morning. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. Come on. We got that other data in 10 minutes, right? All right. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. All right. I don't like that we held this. I don't like that we held that 460 again. Oh, but the stats are so strong, I'll play them multiple times. If I play it 8 times and it works 7 of those, I play it 10 times, it works 9. I mean 9. What do you want me to do? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. A lot going on. And 452 is the gap on NQ. Only thing I don't like is it's right at, here's QQQ, it's 570. The only thing I don't like is it's right at all this support from yesterday, or this resistance could be turned to support from yesterday. When you look at this this area. But I still think the probability is high enough that we will fill the gap. SPY, kind of the same thing, sitting right here above yesterday's high. But SPY has the same gap and the same gap fill odds. And SPY's gap fill is actually a little bit lower, but SPY's also stronger, which is it's a little bit interesting. And the video is a little bit weak. That's helping. Microsoft looks weak. Tesla has been weak this morning. Google made a new low just a few minutes ago. It's Amazon that's really holding us up here. Meta's finally coming back down a bit. Netflix strong. Walmart's back over 100. Let's go. Broadcom probably goes nowhere, but let's see. All right. Come on, gap fill. Come on, gap fill. Go Cowboys. Dak Prescott for the haters. Is my camera blurry? I don't know what's going on there. My camera's blurry. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, thanks, KB. We have bigger data in 7 minutes. Yeah, I missed it, KB. I too much going on. IndieX filled the gap. Did it really? No, IndieX did not fill the gap. 20 points lower. It's exactly what I have on this NQ trade. 20 points lower. Izzy, I'm catching up. Gap fill, yes. The Edgeful train is, the nice thing about the Edgeful train is it just comes back by the station every day, picks up somebody new. Just it'll always come back by and pick you up. You can fight it. You can fight against the data. Come on. Overnight session, I'd be bullish on the day. Willie, I do see, like, when I look at the overnight session, let me go back to NQ here. Oh, we're going to get that gap fill, aren't we? Yeah, so this pump and then the hold above, so like this area right here, holding above that all night is actually really good. And if you look back, this same spot right here is what we're doing again here. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? Some people would even make this argument, right? Inverse head and shoulders. I'm not a big patterns guy. I mean, I notice patterns. I'll pay attention to it a little bit, but what we really need is ES has got to cool back off. That'll help us. What is so strong today? Banks are having a big bounce back day, aren't they? Well, no, not. I guess, yeah, kind of. A couple banks are. Wow, snow down 5%. Crypto is red, 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 red. Interesting. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. 10 more points. 10 more points. Come on. Hey, easy. I got in late, late. I should have been in up here with KB. I should have been in right here with KB. But I was waiting on this. I did see this and thought I should chase it, but I didn't want to chase it into previous day high at the time. But I knew the gap fill stats. But hey, I play price action too. Try to keep it safe. We're still holding that same 460. I mean, I could take my 20 points and walk, but it's not the point of the trade, right? All right, catching back up in the chat here. Your thoughts on Edgeful algos? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The Edgeful data that I use to trade with each and every single day, that you see a ton of people using to trade with each and every single day, literally they put that together and take your emotions out of it and just build a strategy around it. You can back test it. So you can go to strategy tester on your trading view. You can go to your strategy tester and actually like dive in and see like, okay, this strategy, if it's IB, if it's orb, whichever one you like, on in QES, whatever you like to trade or whatever you want it to trade for you, you can look at that and you can see what the win rate is and how much the drawdown is, and you can probably tailor it to an account of your size. And I mean, all it's doing is taking the data and stuff that we already use and just automating it for you. So you can literally go to the golf course, it'll do it for you. I haven't used it yet, but I've been super busy. I haven't like had the chance to actually dive down. I watched several of the first videos of it. Obviously, me and Andre had a one-on-one conversation. He showed it to me, and we actually shared a lot of thoughts like as he was building it out. But I just haven't had the time to dive in and try any of it yet. I mean, I have looked at it several times. It's right here. IB strategy. I have it right here. I just don't have it turned on because I haven't been using it. Um, but I like to become familiar with stuff before I use it. But I mean, seems like a layup. I don't know. That's my thought. KB, your Patriots fans are. I'm just catching up with chat from a little bit earlier. Got made fun of all throughout high school for them being terrible. Oh yeah, and then they're super good, or is this like later, like last couple years? Which Patriots terrible are you talking about? The last couple years? I don't know what age group you are, but that's I mean, hey, I get it. Like I was a Cowboys fan. I grew up in the '90s. Not only did I grew up in Arkansas, nearby. Closest team really is the Cowboys, and then obviously they were really good. I mean, that's who we got on TV every week. They won like 3 Super Bowls while I was like, the kid. I remember I was Troy Aikman for Halloween when I was like 5. So I've always been a Cowboys fan. Then I lived in Fort Worth for a couple years, which is like I was like 10, 15 minutes from the stadium. Went there quite often for different things. So yeah, big Cowboys fan. But I'm a level-headed one. You're data. 52 versus 50.9. That's a little bit better. 55 versus 53 on business activity. Unemployment basically in line. New orders is higher, 56 versus 50. Prices is a little bit under. Maybe now we can fill this stupid gap. Are you a funded trader? Yes, I have been a funded trader for a while. I was a live trader for a little bit as well. But yes, that is the answer to that question. Who else is in here in the chat? Hanging out. What's up, everyone? Oh, KB, yeah. Yeah, okay, KB, that makes more sense. Yeah, you're closer or you're a little bit above my age, but not much. We're just a few years apart there. This gap fill is gonna drive me crazy. Man, so you just sit in the same trade for freaking forever. But yeah, I'm so pumped for football season. I'm actually a bigger college football fan than NFL. I played college football, so that's kind of my. I mean, I love all football. I love all sports, honestly. I'm just a huge sports guy. Here we go. Boom, gap filled. Thank you. Boom. Let's go, guys. 90%. I don't know if you guys heard me when I said 90% odds. Uh-oh. Let's refresh that guy. What was that? There we go. In Q, it was 95. What is... There it is. QQQ, 91%. Okay, KB, we lost 60, which makes me think we're going to full target. Also, don't forget, SPY has the same gap fill odds. Here's the beautiful Edgeful indicator showing us the gap fill there. Don't forget, SPY has this gap fill too. Come on, give me that pivot point or 430 and I'm out. Smoke them if you got them. After that, KB, I don't mind it at all because you broke previous day high. Oh yeah, and I know you scalp. There it is. All right, that's 50-point gain. I'm out fully here. Pivot point, everything, gap fill. SPY still has it, but I'm good. All right, here, I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce a little bit, and then they come back in and SPY go fill the gap. There it goes. SPY's in the gap now. New low. Anybody's on ES, the gap fill is at 58. So just a couple points lower. I like the bounce play there. I would like it better if SPY and there's a bounce. All right, I'm gonna have to reshort this. Yes. How about that though? 50-point trade start the day. We get to like 64 or 66 on ES, maybe I could think about it. A great way to start today. And if you would have saw my night last night. I really want to try to get an ES here for the same type of play on a bounce. One thing we do got to keep an eye on though, we already broke previous day high on SPY. We broke it on QQQ, which means we should close green on the day, which means we should close above where that gap just filled at based on yesterday's close. So we should close above here on SPY and above right here on QQQ, where we should close, right? And we still got what, 20 minutes for the first hour of data? See if we reject 460 here. Oh, I really wanted this to pop at least to like 64 to try to get in a ES short over here. Money, yes. Right here. Go ahead and fill it, and then we can think about something else. Cliff, I got myself all kinds of sideways and fought my way back. I tweeted about it last night. Actually, I'll throw it up on this. I'll throw it up on the screen here in a second. Did you get? You didn't quite get back in, did you, KV? Yeah, And you're set up to have IB high first, low second, so you should break the low. First hour is red right now, unless we get a big bounce, which we could. We could easily get a bounce the next 20 minutes and just look much differently. So not enough room for me to short yes. I'm gonna short yes for 3 points. Amazon cooling off a little bit. Meta cooled off. Broadcom still okay. Apple came down pretty decently. Microsoft right in the middle again, doing nothing. Nvidia's backtesting like the overnight, after hours and pre-market lows here, but it has a little bit of a tweezer. Tesla made a new low. Google probably just gonna fade, right? All right, maybe I can get an ES up here. All right. All right, I'm gonna get in it. Start building in a position right here. At least get a 1-to-1 on this. I can add a little higher if I need to. Davey, did you get back in right there? So that's going to be full target, but I'm going to take almost everything off at 58.50 right at the gap fill. Come on, yes. Let's go fill the gap. Fall in line. You shorted in Q at 460s right there. It was a beautiful entry. I was focused on ES for the gap fill. I stopped one tick short. Come on, ES. What are we doing? There it is. Gap fill on ES. About a 6-7 point win. I'm out most of everything. I'm holding runners to 53. I am absolutely crushing it. I'm on a heater, chat. I'm on a cheater. I'm Dak Prescott in the pocket over here. Tell him about it. Tell him about it. Let me screenshot that. Woo! All right. Oh wait, I'm not out of that trig yet. Huh. Do need to move that stop down. Let's make this an even 12 points. There we go. Come on. What a day. Oof. Now what do we do? TV. Max payout secured. Willie C. Let's go. I'm not that guy, but W's in the chat for Willie C. Hey, congrats, Willie. Max payout secured with. Oh my gosh. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Yeah. How about that star? How about that star, son? How about that star? Hold on. Let's get a. Hold on. Let's get that star on there. Did I just get stopped on ES? Maybe. Did it stop me out? Oh, shout out to you, Willie. That's freaking awesome. Bob Welch, the Daily Goal. Yeah, Cowboys, of course. Come on. America's team, right? I love trolling people because of how much people just hate the Cowboys. That we live rent free in everyone's head. Just rent free in anyone's head. All right, let me go back to my normal view. All right, sorry guys, I had to get that screenshot. I had to get the screenshot for social media. That did take my stop there. All right, now what do we do? Boomer, Bob, I don't want to hear it. Your team left you. For those that don't know, Bob's from Houston. His team left him. I remember as a kid. I think I was supposed to go to a Tennessee Oilers game before they even renamed. How about that? Your team left you. I don't want to hear it. Well, so Vladimir, if you kind of put two and two together, so Dallas is in Texas. The Dallas NFL team are the Cowboys. Kind of makes sense, right? Thematic. Um, that's where Cowboys originated from, right? Stick out the Dallas Cowboys most valuable sports franchise in the world. So yeah, think about it this way, Vladimir. If you if you think about how big, if you're in Europe, you'll think about how big Real Madrid is, Manchester United, Barcelona, how big those clubs are, and how valuable they are. Dallas Cowboys are bigger than that. Now, yes, it's been 29 years since we've won a Super Bowl. It's okay. Oh, the day we get back to the Super Bowl, oh my gosh, the haters are going to lose their minds. But either way, it's all in good fun. I know we have issues, right? Look at that. Gap fill, get out. So what I was mentioning a little bit earlier, let's take a look at this. Let's get back to the charts a little bit here. Previous day high has been broken. We're 7 minutes from the first hour right now. If we close here higher, first hour's green. That's bullish. QQQ, first hour still red. We still do have the high and low like this, but previous day high was broken earlier, so we should close above this level. There's a chance we get one of these box days again right here. Right there. There's a chance that we close in a box today, just statistically. Dallas wins in 2050. Hey, I'll be a fan until then. I'm not one of these guys that's just, I'm not a bandwagon guy. I'm not going to jump around teams to teams. I like watching players. I like watching every team play. I'm the same. I I grew up an Arkansas Razorback fan. I watch every SEC team. I love the sport. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh yeah, fourth the four leaves. But hey, I respect, if you're loyal to your team, your hometown team, whatever, you like to have fun talking trash a little bit here. We may check out Blue Knox, guys. I've heard a little bit about it from some people in my Discord. But Willie C might be onto something here. Appreciate the shout out on the beard there. Buy it, trade it. Yeah, Cliff. Poor Bob. Yeah, The Oilers. I remember when they were the Tennessee Oilers. I used to kick a lot of balls back in the day, for sure. Oh, Panthers. We got a Panthers fan. You know, that's one thing I love. Like, I'm a Blues fan in hockey, just because that's kind of where I got into the sport a little bit. I didn't grow up around much hockey. Grew up a Cardinals fan. Got some St. Louis friends took me to a Blues game. That's kind of turned me on. I just decided the Blues were my team. They were good back, what, 2010, that era, 2012. So yeah, I was a Blues fan, still a Blues fan. But I love watching the Florida Panthers win Stanley Cups. Like that to me is just insane. Dedicated fan. That's what we're talking about, Cliff. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Dedicated fan. Well, I'm glad I got those two nice trades this morning. Oh, I was gonna show you guys here was my this was my night last night. That's my P&L chart from last night. It was, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. Get get out of this hole and go to bed. So that was rough. All right, let's get back to some stuff here. So what I'm talking about, we'll hit this full data here in about 3 minutes, but just keep this in mind. The IB so far, this IB by rejection, the high forms first, the low form second, that's bearish. That's what this is looking at for now. Previous day's range, touch previous day's high, yes. I don't know why this says bearish though. Should say bullish. Maybe because it touched in. No, I'm not sure. Should be bullish. This opening candle, we are teetering right now between the two. And right here, this was the trade of the day. Gap fill. Just absolute. What were the odds on this? So like gap fill, for those trying to follow along, gap fill by size. Gap size 0.13. When it's 0 to 0.19, 90% of the time. And then what was SPY's? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this stats tweeted out to everyone. Wait, imagine people that are seeing the stats after and not looking at this in the morning, going, "Hey, this gap fill's got 90% chance of filling. Maybe I should get short somewhere." And hey, come on, what are we, what are we doing? I don't even try to like convince people to get Edgeful anymore. I just literally just show them. Look, they should just clip this from this morning and just go boom. Now KB would have absolutely crushed it if where he got short. Oh, me go back to that what's in play. I like the look of this right here. And let me get SPY on here. All right. Oh, we pumped right back up. New high of day. All right, so now we have like multiple bullish things on ES. Yep. So first hour of data, guys. Let's take a look at it. Sorry, I'm getting organized here. Let's see what's. So the IB high broke already on. We already broke IB high. We broke previous day high. So, and we closed above the. So I have multiple bullish. I mean, SPY to me is very bullish today, intraday on the data. QQQ is. That metric is, we'll call it slightly bearish. First hours green, previous day highs broken. Those are bullish, so more bullish than bearish. Let's see what our screener shows. Wow, this is a neutral chop looking day. Ay, 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 ay. KB, you gave back profit. What did you try to do? Try to short somewhere in here? Boy, that looks like a major chance for a top day. I wouldn't be surprised to come here and come right back to here. I'm going to draw some fibs here on this QQQ. So that I'm glad you said it, buy it, trade it, because the day before NFP, chop day, actually makes a lot of sense. SPY is in a very interesting spot here, though. Where's ES? Oh, ES is right there. Yes. Well, made good money on my another about another hour here with you guys. Microsoft's ripping. Oh, Netflix new high. Was a 400 lot just fill on NQ? All right, so what I have on ES is a IB high break, which means not super likely to come down here. Previous day high broken, which means you should close above, should close green on the day. First hour, so we opened here the first hour. Let's zoom in a little bit. First hour opened here, closed here. That's bullish, right? Green candle first hour means we should close above this. And we've taken out the high. I mean, the only thing is that's pretty much all bullish on ES. We go to NQ or QQQ, either one. Basically a green. I mean, this is basically a flat, but we'll call it slightly green just for the statistic. It is green. So first hour green, that's bullish, so we should close above here. We broke previous day's high twice now, which means we should close above here too. So we have two reasons to close above here. See you guys talking about the volume profile. Get too many drawings on here. Point of control on NQ 486. Look at that. Yes. I have point of control at 69. Oh, up here it's 69. Really, it's down here for 11. If you zoom in a little bit, it's going to be up here. Yeah, right there. This is still pretty even. This is the top 10 of QQQ plus QQQ and SPY. But a chop day makes the most sense too here. That's beautiful. One tick above my entry. Yeah, I love that. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm keeping an eye on too. One statistic says the high form first, low form second, you're more likely to break this. This price action looks more like this, and ES already did this. But we have divergence, right? So like some people call it SMT. So like you see this. So you want to probably short this and long this if you're a pairs trader. That's your divergence play. Problem is I have more. Yeah, it's a tough call because you have more bullish than bearish data overall. So do you long this for the catch up, or do you long this because it's a stronger asset? I may not trade much rest of the day. I hit 2 big trades. I had a couple accounts copied. I have 5 funded accounts, all with profit today. I may be done for the day. Seems like a good day to give it back. All right, so the gap filled, that played out, that's done. Initial balance is bullish. We broke the upside. So this is on SPY, right? So if we look at SPY, you broke IB high and you're sitting on top of it, which is also pre-market high right there. That's a super good look on SPY, to be honest. IB by rejection. So this should have broken the bottom. It didn't. It broke the top, which tells me, okay, we went against the bearish statistic. That's probably more bullish. Even opening candle continuation, we went over this. First hour was bullish. That means 64% of the time we're gonna have a green day. Previous day's range. This one shows 50-50 because it's showing Thursday. If I go to the actual report and look at overall instead of just by day, it's 80%. It's lower today though on Thursday, which is interesting. So you can go to, buy weekday. But right here, based on yesterday's close, you break the previous day's high, 80% of the time you're gonna close green. What's Bob doing? Bob's look, we live rent free in everyone's heads. Rent free. People can't get enough of the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. They just can't get enough. Oh, it's not even blurry, it's just the reflection of this number. Dak Prescott, highest paid quarterback in the country. What's up, Cade? Cade, we just crushed 2 great trades at the beginning, and now we're kind of just watching, honestly. My man Cade over there, Wolf Bitcoin, the rebrand. If you haven't checked out Wolf Bitcoin, you need to know what's going on. Bitcoin. You know what? Some of those Wolf Bitcoin spaces, Kate is the host over there. You got to go check those out. Whether you're a crypto person or not, you need to know you need to learn about Bitcoin, regardless of whether you're a big crypto person or not. Ooh, a little Domsky this morning on the Bitty Corn. But I will say this, Bitcoin, if you need actually learn about it, well, that's not a good looking chart, Kate. I hate to say it. You really need to hold this 109, 110 area. Yeah, you really need to hold right here. If it comes down any lower, that's an ugly rejection. But if you need to learn what Bitcoin actually how it functions, the ideology behind it, why it's doing what it's doing, and just all the intricacies of it, definitely you got to go follow. Wolf Bitcoin is the X handle now. It was Wolf Crypto, now it's Wolf Bitcoin. There's going to be a separate, if you want to learn crypto, we have that too, obviously, over at Wolf. But Cade's been running, and we're talking some big names in the Bitcoin space are all in his spaces over there, sharing their knowledge and wisdom. And it's not just all obviously it's a lot of pro Bitcoin people, but they're high level thoughts. Yeah, this looks like we're going to come up here. Have to say it. Looks like we're going higher. Looks like we're going higher. Especially based off that reaction. If you get over 525, I think you look for this to break. Yeah, everything's telling me that this at least goes up to here. Doesn't have to though. Bob, you're just telling me you're a fake fan? Is that what you're telling me? So every decade you pick whichever. What, you've been a Chiefs fan the last few years? A big Eagles guy this year? Like what? What are you doing here, Bob? Come on. All right, it's first day of NFL, guy. We're gonna talk about some NFL today. First day of NFL football. That in, like I said, based on that, just the overall picture, NFP tomorrow, and the overall picture, we could box in a little bit today. For those that trade QQQ and SPY, I actually watch QQQ and SPY more than I watch the futures. I would pay attention to levels, but I actually watch. I mean, that's what it's based off of, right? Futures are based on the underlying. Well, Bob, define suck. Because if 12 and 5, 12, 11 and 6, if multiple 10, 12 win seasons are sucking, then, okay. Now, yeah, have we laid an egg in the playoffs? Yes, absolutely. Multiple times. Have we had a bunch of random weird scenarios happen too? Dez definitely caught it in Green Bay. We all know that. We've all accepted that, right? Got jobbed on that one. Did Romo fumble a extra point hold? Yeah, we all remember that, right? But suck. I don't know if you can go suck. I mean, there's teams that are like happy to make the playoffs. We make the playoffs, we just lose in the playoffs. Which yeah, that part's not fun. But I don't think people realize how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. Pat McAfee's actually talked about that a lot, how they lost the Super Bowl. And he was like a rookie and he was like, "Don't worry guys, we'll just be back." And like all the other vets were like all like pissed off, and he said that's when he learned and realized what the other guys are saying, how hard it is to even get to a Super Bowl. Look, we're gonna do it. Okay, we're just gonna do it here. All right. Cowboys have sucked, right? 12 wins, 12 and 5, 12 and 5, 12 and 5, 10 and 6, 13 and 3, 12 and 4. Look, this is the last 20 years. First in the division, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times first in the division. And it's a division that just beats up on each other. Now, don't pay attention to all these losses over here, okay? But look, last year we know was bad. We had a lot of injuries. Like 12 and 5, 12 and 5, 12 and 5. Look at the last 21, 22, 23, 12 and 5, 12 and 5, 12 and 5. Is that sucking? I don't know. There's receipts. I'm with it. All right, guys. Market's not doing a whole lot here. Like these last. Ooh, this is ugly. We're having fun though. All in good fun. 12 and 5 is not sucking. So say that one more time. When I woke up this morning and decided I was going to put on a Cowboys jersey, I just knew it was going to be an absolute fun day on the stream. Boy, the market just really slowed down. But if this happens, I will be very disappointed. I think that would be the worst. I I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. I do not think Dion is a good coach. I think he was a great player. I think he has a good mindset. I do not think he's a good coach. He might turn into a good college coach if he can continue to recruit, but I haven't seen it yet. And I think that people like to make fun of Jerry. Jerry's made a lot of really good business decisions. He's made some questionable decisions, just like any GM. He just gets the most spotlight and he talks the most. He's the only GM owner. Live by the sword, die by the sword, right? Um, Speaking of big orders, all right, Willie, in queue for 900 lots sitting above us. There's 800 lots sitting at like 435, 430, 440, that area. No, somebody filled 400 earlier. There's big orders filling. Those big orders can also act as like a magnet. They'll like bait price to come up there. Yesterday, 400 it was like 405 to 418 big orders filled down there. I noted them, and that's look where we bounced today, right where those big orders filled yesterday. All right. Looks like we're going higher. I mean, look, bottom wicks, buying pressure. Price trying to go down here. So wicks on candles, right? Price trying to come down here and getting pushed back up and closing back up here. Price trying to push down, getting pushed back up. This is the pivot point, the reason there's a red line there, R1. Rejected here this morning. I mean, that's our flip, new high right there. Look at this whole area right here this morning. on NQ. Look at all this right here. Price indecision in general, we knew we had the gap fill high probability, but this area of resistance is turning into support. What do you think happens? Probably going to make this move. There's 200 lots just filled on NQ right there. Big order, 531. KB always keeps an eye on those Europeans over there. You know, you get those Brits, London people to close. I will say, if you're a trader, especially, I mean, futures, but if you trade, even if you trade options, just markets in general, you usually do see some type of action or maybe even a pivot right around its what, 11:30 Eastern right now, 10:30 Central Time. I'm watching this big order on NQ. That can be your time pivot when the London session closes. All right. Right at previous day high here. Above previous day high QQQ. Spy well above it up here. Day ahead, I mean, ahead of the big jobs report, I wouldn't be surprised to see this get boxed back in this afternoon. IWM's not doing anything. IWM keeps pushing in the morning and then fading. Like, morning push, fade, morning push, fade, morning push, fade, morning push, maybe fade. This day it didn't. A couple weeks ago, or Yeah, just over a week ago. Well, Frankie, Uncle Frankie. Oh, there's another 400 lot that filled. 538. I think this thing definitely going to hit 551, 555. What is this right here? 554. Should break that. Uncle Frank in the house. Frank, we caught two gap fill trades on the short side this morning, and I haven't done anything since. NFP tomorrow. So you wonder, does it get boxed back in? Start chopping? Maybe it comes explores up here first and then ends up back down here. Probably we're above previous day's high though. So I mean all the metrics say we should close above this. We're kind of where's SPY? Let me draw some fibs on SPY. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to go off of here. Not really a trend line here. Maybe here. Yeah. Maybe there, maybe that's it. Maybe there's your upper trend line. Right there. This whole area right here is messy on QQQ. I mean, look, heavy consolidation, and we're above that. I mean, I can't make a strong argument short, and I can't get excited about longing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Frank is a legend hanging out in here. Today could turn into really scalpy. I can't really get long up here. I mean, maybe on NQ you can get long and follow the trend and try to get to there. But it's tough for me to get long after a move like this. It's hard for me to get long. There is no way you fade this price action right here right now. Oh yeah, Frank absolutely crushed. Sydney Sweeney trade. I should have been all over that. I mean, gosh, what a move. 30% move. When I saw those, I was walking through the mall down here. I was walking through the mall down here in Mexico and saw Sydney Sweeney on the like advertisements, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, right? And I mean, when they went that heavy on Sydney Sweeney, yeah, something was working. Scalp only on NQ, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Frank 550% on those AEO. But yeah, I can't. I mean, here's the other thing is we have not broken either side of this. This could be an afternoon, something like this. We get de-risking this afternoon. There is that kind of trend line right up there. SPY. I just don't have much to go off of. Look at that pretty big candle there. Dollar up. Gold and oil both down. Gold may be along. Still. Tesla not having a great day. Oh, red. Nvidia red. Seeing your most important player in the market's red. Netflix having a great day. Netflix, so I'll share this with you guys. I'm gonna share this on Spaces later. Netflix needs to be on major watch. Netflix has a live boxing match coming up with Canelo. I believe it's the 14th, 13th. It is Saturday the 13th. Canelo, massive name in boxing, obviously. I think a lot of you know that. He's fighting Crawford, right? So huge boxing match. It's like the couple days before Mexican Independence Day. You've got Canelo fighting live on Netflix. So there's your catalyst. Keep on watch for Netflix. Little run up. Little free alpha there. Microsoft barely even green, even though this looks good. Barely even green. Meta's having a good day. I had a really good morning, and then that's kind of sloppy. Obviously, we know Amazon. There was some good news about AWS that came out. Nice move on Amazon. Wow, February NFP up there on. I haven't looked at that in a while. Google, we know Google had this move, so this consolidation just kind of makes sense on Google. Not really that worried about it. Costco, good day. Broadcom, earnings this afternoon on Broadcom. Probably a box. And then Apple, it's kind of similar to Google. Good news over here. And then just consolidating. Walmart's best company in the world. We all know that. Banks strong today. Let's look at our sectors. So your SMH just went green, just barely. That's your semis. Energy is up today, looking okay. Banks, that's your strongest sector. Well, consumer discretionary, but this is heavy Amazon, so consumer discretionary, heavy Amazon there. It's okay. Technology is actually red. So even though NASDAQ is green for now, your strongest sector in the whole market, I mean, SMH slightly green, but just technology as a whole, slightly red today. That's interesting. TSSI, I didn't follow the TSSI thing. I was surprised by Dell's earnings. I thought Dell would have done better. TSSI, oof, that's rough. There's good reaction. I mean, look at this. EMA 9 catches up, gets bought up, uptrend. Not as strong over here. I mean, if anything, long ES, short NQ. That seems to be the pairs trade. A little divergence. Nice candle there, new highs. New all-time high on JP Morgan. Wow. Walmart, what a monster. QQQ under the daily 20 still. Let's buy back over all your major moving averages. Futures look a little bit different. ES looks fine. Yeah, maybe we get back up here to 600. I don't know. Maybe you try to long, get 550 to 600, but I just don't really have anything to go off up here. Yeah, I don't have anything to, I really don't have anything to go off of right here. Other than that one little trend line on SPY. Stopped at that short, will it? Yeah, I just don't see anything. I mean, look, if you get long during any of this on NQ, I mean, just even in the middle of this right here, 510, if you got long against 510, I mean, you're up 20 points, 25 points. It's not bad, but just don't have any. I don't have a good read on anything here, which means I have no reason to be in a trade. I think NQ is going to finish this move, and then we see what happens. I mean, the nice thing, ample opportunity for bulls and bears today. This isn't even that strong of a trend line, really. It's just what I noticed. I'd be more interested in this 646. Yeah, it's poking through this little trend line anyway. I'd be more interested in the 646. The other thing you can look at based on the IB, here's your 0.5 extension. You'll notice yesterday that's exactly where we rejected to. 0.5 extension, which would be up here on QQQ. Wow. There's your new high of day on InQ. Oh, big orders again. And KV's got it right here. We're definitely going to the right. Your chart goes to the left, and Microsoft new high. Netflix looks really good still. I feel bleeding a little bit more than anything else, but is that all it's gonna do? I really don't know. Yeah, London closes 7 minutes. My stream ends in about 7 minutes. Takeover note for Soundhound. I'm not finding this thing short because everything way more bullish than bearish. Yeah, nothing wrong with this SPY chart right here. That's for sure. Nothing wrong with this chart either. I don't like playing breakouts, but not a short for me. It's not overextended. Yeah, Willie, sometimes that's the answer. But the other answer is also you don't have to do anything. I don't want to fade it. All right. Do you short it right here? It's just the short spot right here. I think you could try the short right here, back to 525, 510. It goes through this, it goes straight to 600 probably, 575. KV's gonna try it for us. I don't know. I've got to end the stream here. I'm at my end of my time. Call it a successful stream. At least for, for me. Took two trades high probability that I liked. Made my money. Didn't fight anything on the upside here. Didn't just love it. I'm sure somebody got long and rode this up, and it's a beautiful trade if you did. But that's it for me. KB's in. We're going to cheer for KB on the way out here. Go Cowboys. We're probably gonna get beat tonight. Super Bowl champions at home doing their little parade stuff, their banner or whatever. But I'm gonna watch it either way. I'm just excited football's back. I don't have high expectations for the Cowboys, never do. I've learned my lesson. But I'm gonna watch every game, of course. Appreciate everyone. Big shout out to everyone here. Bob's in the short too. Okay. Bob and KB both. We're cheering for you guys. We'll see if it plays out. I'm probably not going to take another trade today. All right. Big shout out to all of you guys. Appreciate you all stopping by. And KB, Willie, Cliff, Frank, Bob. Who else? Cade came through here. I missed somebody. Vladimir was here a little bit earlier, I know. Buy It, Trade It was hanging out with us today. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. It's Tuesday and Thursday, right at the market open. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I do these streams. So appreciate everyone that came by the stream today. This little short ski might work out for you guys. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Catch you guys on Spaces. Be in Discord as I always am. Make sure you try Edgeful. If you haven't tried Edgeful, shoot me a DM on X. Make sure you follow me on X. If you're not following me on X, that's where you'll find me the easiest, right there at Imp Maximiliano. You'll see me on Spaces and stuff. Shoot me a DM if you haven't tried Edgeful yet. I'll get you a link. 7 days free to at least try it out. Give it a month, guys. I mean, one of these trades pay for multiple months worth of use. But either way. All right, guys.